This RTN might have a lot, and I quote, drama. If you feel sensible enough to watch this, do. Without further ado, let's head into it. GCR version 1.2.7 was released 3 days ago. We will cover all the features today. Our next up will be the Applesville quote-unquote drama. We will talk about how people sadly got scammed. Bing bing, it's Croydon, that's right. We'll feature how Roblox is fixing Croydon's name and some development on buses. And finally, we'll talk about development along with Victoria Line and RailSim Universe. Welcome to RTN, my name is Peng. Before we start, a huge thank you to Overtrains for writing a part of the script. Anyway, GCR version 1.2.7 was released 3 days ago. A lot of trains, wagons, and a revamp of roofs and stations were done. Let's check out the revamped stations, like Bossy. The station building got refurbished, making it finally look cool. The next station will be Giles Mount, where the entire area of Giles got changed. The rest is unnecessary. Now let's talk about the very new route, the bit between Bexley Junction and Renford Central. Also opening the bit between Renford Central to Bexley Junction and to Falkingham General. In most sections, new signal signs were added, giving them a tiny bit of realism. Realism lore indeed. Let's talk about trains and wagons, shall we? The probably most important is the 395, the first ever electric high-speed train in GCR. Of course, it's based off on the real train used in Southeastern High Speed. Next up is the Class 455 and 456. This EMUs, also known as electrical multiple units, can be made into a 4, 8, or 10 car consist. On some variants, the 10 car doesn't apply. And also, there's a lot of wagons shown on the screen right now. There's a lot, so I can't just say it one by one. That's the update features in a nutshell. The logs, the full logs, are shown on screen. As we talk too much about GCR, I think I might have to change this topic now. That's right, the Applesville quote-unquote drama. On the 8th of August, the executive manager, Sam Mandoni, has given information about Applesville breaking ties with them by simply abusing admin, and I quote, being a f***head and getting a quick buck by getting 40,000 Robux. By breaking ties, it also means that most of his community got obliterated and he would get nothing really out of it. He has taken many deposits of group funds, in total about being 200,000 Robux. 1,000! And it's actually mostly used on limiteds. He's completely mad. And all because he had one thing. Access to the group, being the owner. Today, TFA community server is a brand new one called All Change, having a brand new Fay, Piccadilly line instead of the DLR, Jubilee, Metropolitan, and Nova line. We wish the best for All Change, but let's go to a different topic right now. It's time not to say hashtag, but instead, Croydon. After some time, Roblox fixed this issue regarding the name. The thumbnail of Croydon is now fine. The name still hasn't changed yet. Anyway, there is some progress worked on, such as this one image, which shows an area where a bus passes through, which is, you guessed it, the E400. Another image shows a B7TL bus, but this time it's in the old first livery, I think. Well, what do you think about this? I like it. And finally, it shows a work in progress interior of one of the new buses in London. I can't claim what bus it exactly is, but if you do know, let me know down in the comments. Now, before we continue to the central stuff about the Victoria line, let's talk American for a bit and mention RailSim Universe. I cannot cover everything since they've been updating their pre-release game every 30 minutes 24/7, so let me branch it down only to what they've done this week. Firstly, the pre-release game is playable now. They have a route on the Miami commuter corridor and it's mostly functional. They're working on the animation doors in the moment, alongside the conductor system, and working with the periodic map extensions to make it more interesting. There's a lot more they'll do soon, which is Friday delivery, the slow verification process of the rest drive system, train and dispatcher additions, and finishing touches. Once all of it is complete, a full release will take place, and you damn well know I will make a video about this. From doing prototypes last August to this level a year later, that is pure dedication. Check out the pre-release below. Lastly, the Victoria line. One image shows the 1990s 2 stock unfinished, followed by a long announcement, basically saying, since the Victoria line has the longest trains and widest tunnels on the tube network, it makes sense to plug every single tube stock in. This is another example showing either a 1995 or 1996 stock. In another development update, we have more stuff going on, which shows the development of the map, including an area that shows the Victoria Line depot at Northumberland Park. Lastly, we got reports too of some UI development by overhead wires. And before we go, a side headline I nearly forgot to mention. There are two small previews on Project Birmingham. One shows a bus that goes on a Route 16 from Hockley Circus to Birmingham, seen with the nice scenery over there, and also another preview showing a work-in-progress police car, which is specifically a Peugeot 308 created by Tulsi. And also you can see in the background a West Midlands police headquarters a bit worn down. Anyway, this is it for this RTN. Again, a huge thank you to Overtrains for writing a part of the script. And yes, Overtrains told me to do this. I need it.